Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. It is 5 minutes past five. Alhamdulillah, still moving on the iftar drive, that show that pushes us from now until the time of us breaking our iftar. Alhamdulillah, once again, today's day 26. And as we are winding down on the time, also winding down on the Ramadan, also getting to deplete and run away from us. So let's take maximum benefit, inshallah ta'ala, and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, for clarity in life, in for steadfastness in this beautiful deen of His. Moving on to the Dawah segment of the day, inshallah, we are looking at the Al Jannah Foundation, and speaking to the chairman, Brother Mzwandile Zayd Maphumulo.
Winding
Rahmatullahi.
down on the time, also winding down. On the Ramadan.
All right, so we'll try, inshallah, and get our brother Zaid back on, as we see that the network was really bad on that side. But inshallah, just again going to today's lineup, which I didn't really do at first. We already went through the discussion of Ramadan in Malaysia with Sister Farwina, who's the General Secretary of the BDS in Malaysia. And right now we'll be discussing the Al Jannah Foundation with Brother Mzwandile Zayd Maphumulo, who's the chairman of the Al Jannah Foundation. Thereafter, by 5:30, we have the making the most of Ramadan in its last 10 nights, inshallah ta'ala. And on this, we are joined by Sayyid Ibn Al Hassan Jilani, inshallah ta'ala, the country director of Muslim Hands South Africa. And lastly, we have our spiritual hour, which is looking at the Nasiha. Today we have Qari Abdul Gangat Al Azhari, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Brother Zaid, and welcome to the show.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mulana, and how are you?
No, shukr, we're doing well. I hope you're well as well, inshallah.
No, shukr, we're doing well. I hope you're well as well, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. I'm well. Wallahi, alhamdulillah, I'm okay.
No, shukr, alhamdulillah. Brother Zaid, if you can take us back to the initiating of the Al Jannah Foundation. What was the main idea in having the foundation?
What was the main
idea? And, what were the main pillars that it was built on, inshallah?
Look, Mulana, alhamdulillah, when we started this, we never thought that it was going to be like this. The story is something that is something different, because when we started, there's a boy that you wanted to take to the Darulum, and because he was recommended by somebody from Everton, looking at the area, how it is, and where the boy was coming from, we took this boy to the Darulum in Pretoria, and when we took this boy came with 4 other boys. From the 4 boys, we ended up having 10 boys that we took to the Darulum. Some of them we also took to Durban, As-Salam Institute. But one day while we were sitting waiting for them, there were these girls that were just standing in the corner, bunch of girls, I think they were almost like 8, talking and stuff like that. So we saw boys approaching them. So we had this initiative that we need to help these girls. We need to secure these girls and protect them from all of these boys, because the boys that we're approaching them are the boys that smoke this thing that we all know, the wunga, whatever you call it, from whatever township you're coming from. So that is how everything started. We started by assembling on weekends, Saturday, Sunday. We teach them Nazms, we teach them about life, teach them about adab more than anything. And eventually this grew, whereby we ended up inviting people. The boys came through because we were not concentrating on boys. But one day when I came, because I used to come on Saturday, Sunday, I'll come bring food for the girls. I'll cook for them from home, then bring it over here to Everton. And these boys will come and assist me when I was offloading food from the car. And eventually they stayed. They never left. So that is how the foundation started. We took the boys out to a camp in Soweto at Mdeni Masjid. Alhamdulillah, they were treated very well. Because the idea from where they are coming from, they're coming from very, very poor background, very poor environment. So when we took them to Soweto, you'll never believe this. It's most like we took them, they were in a suburb. With them sleeping in that masjid at Mdeni. It was something very amazing for them. And also, Alhamdulillah, Hafiz Yahya, we've got brother Bilal Qibi. They treated them very, very, very well. So then we also had another initiative whereby we took the girls to Pretoria for a camp. So that is how we decided to say, let's start something formally. Because whatever we're doing, we're just doing it out of instincts and stuff like that. So that is how the foundation started. And also, we also included the grannies last year on the 16th of December. We honored one of our mothers that passed away, who was also a pillar of whatever we're doing. She used to support us. She used to give us her place to assemble. So we also had the Grannies Day. But this year, we started the foundation properly, whereby we went to register the organization, and we are working from Monday till Sunday. So now what we do, we are doing things that are different from the normal afternoon madrasa, because we realize, Molana, that this is something that also, that there are a lot of money that is spent on the afternoon madrasa. Alhamdulillah, our Muslim brothers have got figure of deen. They're spending their money to make sure that Islam grows. But what I realized when I sat down doing my analysis was that in as much as we are spending, probably spending more than $1 million or $2 million a day in the afternoon madrasa, but we don't have the results. We've got a lot of these kids that are going to the madrasas, but come the age of 16, 17, they fall off. The girls fall off, start having boyfriends and leave the madrasas. The boys start teasing each other with regards to saying you're going there because they're getting food from this Indian religion and stuff like that. So they leave. So we decided to sit down and come up with a different initiative whereby the only thing that you're teaching them is adab. More than anything, from Monday to Friday, you help them with their homeworks. We'll do a little bit of dhikr. On Saturday, we do the nasiha and also do fiqh. Then we are going to play games so that it can be fun for them to be here. Why are we doing that, Mulana? We looked at how Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did in his first 13 years in Makkah. He never taught the Sahaba more about the do's and the don'ts. It was all about character building, just all about cleaning up the character. So that is what we are doing, because also the kids are coming, as I said, they're coming from very destitute Loxana families. So with regards to this, whatever we are trying to do is to make it a point that at least once they reach a certain stage, it's easy for them to learn about Islam, and Islam will be in the heart. They need to know who Allah is. They need to know who Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is. They need to know who the Sahabas are. So once they've got that information and they've fallen in love with Islam, with Allah, with the Rasul, then it becomes easy for them to move forward. And we are definitely sure that they're not going to fall off.
Subhanallah. This is touching. Personally coming from the battle that have to go still young and the team. And looking at one of the skills, I've heard many times to be able to take up certain different jobs. Can you take us through now what how is it working to the community?
I can't hear you properly, Mulana, but I think you asked me about the skills development. Yes, these are part of the things that you're doing, because as I said, when you're dealing with the character, also you're able to sit down with them and find out what their passions are. Then we try to head them towards those things. Skills development, this works very, very well with regards to whatever you're trying to do. Because remember, the most important thing is character development. Is for them to understand, to have respect. Because one of our mottos is, we call it a DRA, which is discipline, respect, and appreciation. So that is what we are pushing more than anything. Because Molana, that you'll find that from something that because most of the kids that are coming from this environment, they don't have a thank you. They've got this syndrome of whatever you do for them, it's almost like you need to do it. It's almost like they don't have to thank you. So with regards to also the skills, the most important thing is the mental skills that you are trying to instill. And because also you are pushing rehabilitation. Once you're able to push rehabilitation to them, mental skills, it becomes easy for us to move forward, because once these kids pass matric, we are able to channel them into a lot of initiatives that are done by Muslims.
Most definitely.
Most definitely, inshallah.
We'll take a break. And when we come back from break, the Al Jannah
Inshallah.
Most spiritual companion this Ramadan.
Elite Basmati, available throughout the Middle East, and now for the very first time exclusive to South Africa, brought to you by Murchison Spice, Pietermaritzburg's most famous specialty store. Elite Basmati, available in aromatic white and golden cellar, is packaged in a world-class facility in India and is filled with wholesome goodness for your well-being. Elite Basmati rice by Murchison Spice. For trade inquiries, contact Mohammed on 033 387 2121. Murchison Spice.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042 203 1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
Across Sudan, starvation is tightening its grip. With rising food prices and widespread malnutrition, 8.7 million people are now facing emergency or famine-level hunger. As the conflict intensifies and aid routes narrow, families in Sudan are running out of options and time. The Al Imdad Foundation is delivering life-saving humanitarian aid to those most at risk. Stand with Sudan. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
World-class financial services only at Sapphire Global, your financial partner. If you are looking for Islamic, Sharia, and ethical financial products, look no further. Sapphire Global offers a wide range of financial service offerings from short-term to life and investments.
Your drop becomes a river, reconnecting communities to nourishment, education, dignity, and empowerment. Sponsor a water well for 16,500 Rand in Africa or a borehole for 65,000 Rand in Afghanistan or Africa. Quench the thirst. Reconnect the soul with Africa Muslims Agency.
Ah, the kitchen, the heart of the home, where memories are made and celebrated. Our go-to place for those freshly stacked pancakes early in the morning or for that late-night snack munchies. We are in there together, cooking, eating, and celebrating life together. Let's keep the kitchen a place that is shared by everyone, where we build stronger bonds and grow together. Sunfoil, now we cooking. Visit nowwecooking.co.za for recipes that everyone can help make.
You are listening to Salam Media live from our headquarters in South Africa. This is Salam Media, keeping you company this Ramadan.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. We're still carrying on with the discussion of the Jannah Foundation with brother Mzwandile Zayd Maphumulo on their structure, mashallah. One of their objectives, which was the last point that we were discussing before the break, was in terms of the skills development, mashallah, and how they help the boys and the girls develop critical life skills, problem solving, and communication and time management, mashallah, tabarakallah. Brother Zaid, now in terms of the program structure, you have a mentorship monitoring program. How does that one work, and what is the main aspect of having that in the foundation?
Okay, Mulana, what we try to do, as I said, we always get people to come and help them in terms of mentoring. Presently, we've got sisters from Pretoria that comes and talk to them and mentor them. And also this exposes them to people that have been Muslim that also are rivets to Islam to tell their stories. That is how we mentor them. We don't have a single individual. In as much as we've got young sisters that are helping with regards to mentoring them, you also have the elder ones who are probably around 14, 15, 16, who also help with regards to mentoring the younger ones. It becomes a cycle. So one of the things, as I said previously, is that we take them out for camps. When you go out for camps, you are going to invite different kind of people that are going to help them in terms of mentoring them to help them become, make them become better people. As we spoke about skills development, that is where that aspect of skills development comes in. But before we deal about skills, as I said, one of the most important things that we need that we are trying to do with them is rehabilitation, because it's almost like if somebody you know, as somebody that is tabligh, you know, once you go on Jamaat, you get rehabilitated. You learn a lot of things. You learn a lot of etiquette, what to do, how to eat, how to sit, and all of these things. So these are the things that you are still in that phase. Unfortunately, you've got some of the kids that have been attending the madrasas around, but they don't know the basics of Islam. Some of them don't even know who Allah is, what are the attributes of Allah. So these are the things that we are starting from the bottom and going up. So the skills development is very important for us, because by mentoring them, we introduce them to new heights, introduce them to different kind of life, different kind of that also looks like this. For now, what you are doing? You are inviting. We are inviting sisters that looks at them, that becomes their aunties, that they call aunties, that looks at them, because also we are trying to take away that stigma that Islam is an Indian religion.
Subhanallah. And I think also that it works with an aspect of dawah as well.
Exactly, Molan.
Looking at how Islam can be shown from a local eye or local view perspective, whereby when you see someone with the same color as you, speaking the same language, it becomes much easier to assimilate with them. And Brother Zaid, also in terms of other opportunities that they are there, there's many points when I'm looking at your the organization profile, and we always complain and cry about, you spoke about the mentorship program as well. But some places you hear that we don't have enough people who are willing to come on board. So what would be some of the challenges that the foundation is facing, and how can we find a solution for those challenges, inshallah?
Look, Molana, sitting down, we have looked at this. This is a very big task, and it's a task for all of us Muslims. I'll make you an example. One of the things that we are doing, when I spoke about the camps, one of the things that you have identified, that is why I'm saying, talking to you, I know that these are the experiences that you know. I'll make an example with regards to the girls. Most of the girls that go to the Darulum are girls that are coming from business-root families. I know a lot of them. That is why I'm saying I've done my analysis. I've seen a lot of them. They come from the families are not Muslim. They go to the Darulum. We're talking about probably a girl who's around 14, 15. Goes to the Darulum, stays there, there's shelter. She eats 3 times a day. And when she comes during June, she comes back to the same environment that she left behind. Now, what happens? That is where you find a lot of dropout from the girls. So this girl has gone to the Darulum. She comes back, she has gained weight. And when the boys look at her, she's now different. She has gained complexion and stuff. She looks beautiful. You remember the zikir is the halal food that she's eating and stuff like that. Then they fall off. On that question that you are asking, that is where we want to have proper camps. We want to have people that are going to assist us in terms of having camps. Inshallah, we'd like to have our own farm whereby we know that during school holidays, they all come to us. They don't lose that aspect that they've been taught in the Darulum. We still keep them. The boys are much more better because I'm able to come to you and say, Mulana, I've got so many boys. Can you please assist us during school holidays? Can you take them out for Jamaat? It becomes much easier for them. They learn under you. But with the it's a problem because even with the sisters, we don't have enough sisters that can be able to assist us with regards to these young girls. Because also our way of putting that dawah is not to bring a sister that is on parada. There's nothing wrong with a parada, but you need to bring somebody that they are going to what can I say? That are going to understand, that are going to look at her and see themselves. So that is what we are trying to do. So in terms of the development, as I said, the first aspect, the phase is for us to rehabilitate them. Once you have rehabilitated them, then you are able to inculcate and put everything that you want to put in terms of Islam into their minds, into their hearts, inshallah.
Inshallah, most definitely. We make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does grant you that support that you need and the people who are going to be very impactful. And this is always being our difficult part of it, to work together and having to support each other. Brother Zayd, inshallah, for a person who's now listening out there and wants to be part of this movement or part of the foundation and help in any way possible, how can they get hold of you or how can they get hold of the foundation, inshallah?
They can get hold of us through my email, which is Maphumulo Mzwandile99 @gmail.com. So far, we still don't have our own email address because we are waiting for our registration. Once it's approved, inshallah, we are going to have a website. That's when we are going to have our own email addresses. I didn't want to open another email address. But my telephone number is 081 526 6157. 081 526 6157. It's also got a WhatsApp. We'll definitely appreciate any support that you can get. So, Molana, Alhamdulillah, yesterday we had our iftar. We invited the parents of the kids. We had a sister that is based overseas that funded almost everything. We called the parents. They came, ate with us. We explained everything what is it that you are doing, because the work that you are doing is dawah work more than anything. It's dawah work. So we called the parents. As I told you that also in the towards the end of the year, we'll also be hosting our grannies day on the 16th of December. But also we are looking at having a mobile clinic around here whereby you can invite these grannies to come and be checked, BP and everything like that, and be able to build a proper community. Because one of the most important things, Molana, that we need to understand, as I've looked around, you know this thing, that you meet any African person around the country, you ask them what religion do you follow, even if they are not Christian, they'll say Christian. If they are not Christian, but they sympathize with Christian. So we need to build that aspect whereby when people see us as Muslims, they're able to sympathize with us so that if anything wrong happens to us, they're able to protect us. And also, one of the things that we have that we need to utilize more than anything, what Rasulullah gave us, we are the only ones that have it. That is our charity work. You know, the charity work is very, very important because this is something that opens up the hearts and the eyes of other people. Not by just giving people things, but also explaining to them why are we giving this thing. This is the tradition of our Prophet, Rasulullah. So that is what we are doing. So we hope that, inshallah, we'll be able to get people that will be able to come on board, assist us. As I said, we had the Amir of Soweto that came in the beginning of Ramadan and bought the kids, all of them. We've got almost like 60 kids. He bought them a tracksuit for Eid. And the sister came and said, "No, I understand what the Amir of Soweto has done. Zidlanga, but I want to buy them the abayas and the kurtas, the boys. Alhamdulillah, she bought them, but we are in short of few, because now what is happening is that some of those that were coming, they're coming randomly and stuff, they are coming full time. And also the problem that we have already, I've said to some of the parents, because they're bringing in kids, we've got 60, they want to bring them. I said, no, please, let's talk after Ramadan. Probably after Ramadan, we'll be having almost like around 80 kids, because alhamdulillah, the work that you are doing, there is something that the parents see, and they're bringing their kids. And also, as I said, one of the things that you're concentrating on, schoolwork is very important, and also inculcate the Islamic values into their lives.
Subhanallah. Sheikh Zayd, Jazakumullah khairah for your time, and we really make dua that we find more and more viable solutions like these in our townships, where we can connect, have mentors, have a program whereby we lead and guide each other to that which is best, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakumullah khairah for your time, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy. And once again, your number, we put it on the screen, is 081-526-6157 for those who want to get in touch with the Jannah Foundation, inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh Zayd, inshallah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillah. So that brings us to halfway in our show for today, in our segment. We'll go for a break, inshallah, and thereafter, inshallah ta'ala, we'll be looking at other points of what's happening around us. And lastly, we know we end it off with the nasiha for the day, inshallah.